Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is BCA, Brandon Cory Alexander, and this is Dr. Eric Christopher. We'd like to welcome you to the main event here at Tanner's Lakeside in Winter Haven, Florida. And it's brought to you by Monsters in the Morning. This is your main event, scheduled for one fall. It is for the MWO Women's Championship. The Wild Child, Teal Piper, taking on Island Girl TT. Dr. Eric, tell me something about this match.
I mean, you got the challenger, Island Girl TT, someone with nearly 20 years of experience in that wrestling ring, looking to make a statement tonight, becoming the MWO Women's Champion. But across the ring from her, you've got the daughter of a legendary professional wrestling, Roddy Piper. And Teal Piper is here to defend that title and continue building her own legacy as the MWO champion. But Brandon, we just saw in our semi-main event, Amber Nova became the #1 contender, and there is a possibility here, folks, that at Earth Day Birthday, we might get the long-awaited rematch between Nova and Teal Piper, and I know that Amber is backstage watching this closely on a monitor, hoping that is in fact the outcome.
Well, I'm pretty sure that that's the outcome we're all looking for, and that's not to take anything away from Island Girl TT at all. You said she had 20 years plus experience, but Teal Piper has wrestling literally in her blood. It is ingrained in her DNA, and all she has to do is make way with the W tonight against Island Girl TT, and she gets to go on and exact revenge against Amber Nova yet again.
We've seen Island Girl inside a pro wrestling action ring so many times over the years, dating back to the second pro wrestling action show ever, the first All-Star Battle, where she took on the incredible Marina Tucker. But tonight, she is in action against Teal Piper, and you gotta wonder how much has she prepared to face Teal? How much has she gotten ready to potentially hold the crown as the MWO Women's Champion?
Speaking of the crown, ladies and gentlemen, as we inch closer and closer, this is one of the final steps until we get to PWA Presents Hooray for Hollywood, January 25th. Check out all of Pro Wrestling Action's social media to get more information on how to get tickets to that event that you're not going to want to miss. Dr. Eric, tell them the link.
That would be pwatickets.eventbrite.com.
It's going to be very interesting going into the end of this match to find out who walks out with the MWO Women's Championship. Brought to you by Monsters in the Morning, 104.1.
Real radio.
And goes into Earth Day Birthday to take on Amber Nova as she looks to get back what truly she thinks belongs to her. The person who made the MWO Women's Championship synonymous with herself. That would be Amber Nova. And it could go either way. Wild Child or Island Girl. One or the other.
Teal Piper taking it right to Island Girl, throwing her into that post. This has been an incredible night, Brandon. We also saw the first round matches in the MWO Men's Championship Tournament, where they're going to crown the first champion at Earth Day Birthday, the exact same event that either Teal Piper or Island Girl will be defending the MWO Women's Championship against Amber Nova, as we mentioned earlier. And you got to wonder...
You gotta wonder what's gonna happen next.
I'm just watching as Teal Piper chopped the crap out of Island Girl at ringside. It looked brutal.
Oh!
This action heating up on this cold winter night here in Florida.
Cold is an understatement.
My legs are shaking, Brandon.
After we get done here, I'm going to find a nice warm spot to go hang out, and we encourage everyone to join us. If you're ever at a pro wrestling action show, please join us before, during, and after the shows for all the good times.
Especially after those after parties for PWA.
Those after parties are crazy.
Commentary, karaoke, incredible.
And making fun of Ray Fury.
Always. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Ooh! Gut shots and a gut check to the Wild Child. Island Girl TT just taking out the sternum of Teal Piper. inching closer and closer to victory. Will we see a new MWO Women's Champion tonight, or will Teal Piper retain and find some way to pull it out of the pocket? Look at that spine buster, modified style. That's weird. You don't see too many modifications to a Arn Anderson classic like that.
This crowd surprisingly behind Teal Piper.
It's a chant I like to hear as a fan of her father, the late, great Roddy Piper. Let's Go Piper warms my heart on this cold, cold winter night here in Florida. One of the most amazing things that I have ever experienced when it comes to Teal Piper was when we were at Pitmasters and Pours, we had the actual bagpipe players come out and play that Scottish anthem.
I saw that video. It was very impressive. You were excited.
I was very excited. A lot of people don't know this. I am a huge, huge fan of Roddy Piper. I loved wrestling in the early 90s. One of my favorite matches was Goldust and Roddy Piper at the Chicago street fight. So good. This match kind of has shades of that, if you know what I mean. These two willing to go above and beyond to take the other one out.
And a DDT by Teal Piper. This could be it. Island Girl
Only
kicking
two.
out at 2.
That was close, though.
What more do you have to do to keep your opponent down?
Apparently a lot. I have seen a lot of resiliency, but none to the level of Island Girl TT. A woman known all over the United States and around the world as being one of the most resilient women in the sport today. Been around for a long time. Longevity does not come at a small price. Learned a lot of skills, absorbed a lot of knowledge along the way. Teal Piper, again, as we pointed out earlier, has wrestling in her blood. It is ingrained in her DNA, so she knows a thing or two about a thing or two as well.
Can't count out Island Girl TT, though. This woman has been around for a long time, spending time in FCW back in the day, currently signed to WOW Women of Wrestling, where you can see her as the Island Girl 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐾𝐠.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Dr. Eric pointed out, WOW, if you're a fan of all women's sports, please check out WOW Women of Wrestling.
Check your local listings at WOWE.com. You see some incredible pro wrestling action stars on that show as well.
You absolutely do. If you're a fan of the sport, please check it out. Island Girl on the ropes and a small mid-side drop kick. This could be it. We could be looking at a new MWO champion. No, not quite.
So close. Honestly, I thought that might have been it.
Wow. Some fans here being awfully rude. But nonetheless, resiliency again being a key factor for both these women in this match.
Both of these women trading blows back and forth, back and forth. Who will get the advantage?
It is a tale as old as time. It's blue versus red, east versus west. And a cover, 1, 2, no.
Not enough to keep the Island Girl down.
Not
go
enough
for another one.
Only 2 again. Again, the resiliency.
A third one.
We always talk about it, we joke about it sometimes, but I'm being serious when I say it's strategy or stamina in order to get through these types of matches. And in this case, I'm thinking strategy here for Teal Piper. I'm thinking stamina for Island Girl TT.
And many people might question why Teal kept going for those pins, knowing that Island Girl might kick out every time, but it takes so much out of you to kick out every single time.
Now that is an absolute fact, and it takes a lot of core strength too.
That does not seem to be
look
slowing
at that.
TT down.
Just a simple punch right to the jawline. Island Girl TT pulling out all stops, looking to become the new MWO Women's Champion.
She's lining up Teal. Teal's up. Kick to the stomach.
Uppercut, back elbow. And the discus. You love to see it. A little bit of a snapmare here. What are we thinking? Ooh, a little bit of ground and pound, yeah.
This is what I like to see, folks.
Off the ropes, TT. Up.
It was almost like a Sister Abigail.
It was modified flatliner.
Shades of the late, great Bray Wyatt. Teal Piper thought that was it, but it was not.
And as Dr. Eric pointed out, it's a move made famous by the late, great Bray Wyatt, but a move that was invented by the other late, great Chris Kanyon. Modified flatliner style. You love to see it.
Kanyon.
Nobody. Except for maybe the Island Girl TT, who's looking to put away Teal Piper here.
Oh, it looks like Island Girl might be wanting to go surfing. Teal using that leg strength, kicking her off.
Look at that. Headlock chokehold. Looking to put that. There it is, the guillotine choke. The guillotine choke.
Is Island Girl going to go to sleep?
Island Girl's in trouble. That's one.
Ref checking her.
That's it. She's out.
She's out.
The ref called for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we now know that at Earth Day birthday it will be Teal Piper defending against Amber Nova. And until we get there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon Cory Alexander. This is Dr. Eric Christopher. Thank you for joining us here at Tanner's Lakeside. And thank you to Monsters in the Morning 104.1 for allowing us to be here and do the damn thing. We love you all. PWA, hooray for Hollywood, January 25th. Get your tickets now.
PWAtickets.eventbrite.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time.